want to welcome as your host and moderator, Dr. Sri Kumar Madasheri, Dr. Anjana Nair, Dr. Sumita Panikar, Dr. Anandam Pillai. Without delaying any further, let's engage with our panelists. Ananda Aunty, the first question goes to you.
Okay.
We all have been listening to news. We've been talking. There are talks about pandemic, and in particular about the nature of the COVID-19 virus. Can you throw some light about what this virus is all about? I mean, we all know, many people say that it's flu-like. It is very similar to a flu. However, it is more dangerous. And so the question is, if it's flu-like, why is it more dangerous for us? Why are we not able to sustain this virus within our systems?
So what we have to know is what is coronavirus. Coronavirus is a large family of viruses we have been seeing for a long time that usually cause small illnesses in animals and human beings. In human beings, usually it comes as common cold, but at times, from time to time, some of the coronavirus will emerge as a novel virus, like a novel coronavirus. So COVID-19 is one of them, one of the novel virus that emerged in December of 2019 in Wuhan, China, like everybody knows. They say it came from a wild animal market, but it is spreading so fast, it is so contagious. And right now, almost 500,000 people, more than that, is affected in the whole world. So why it is so contagious? That's the question. It is expanding more and more, and the contagiousness is very high for COVID-19. It causes severe respiratory symptoms for sick people. So what it is different from the flu is that flu usually is the same symptoms. Flu can give you mild symptoms. It can cause severe symptoms. Some people die from the flu. But the critical symptoms and the critical diseases are worse with COVID-19. Also, the difference between flu and COVID-19 is flu has like an incubation period of 3 days. And COVID-19 has an incubation period almost around 5 to 14 days. And the respiratory symptoms, that is very severe with COVID-19. That's why people are so scared about that now. So many people are ending up in the hospital, and so many people are dying. The mortality rate was almost 4% in China and almost more than 1.5% in US now. So that's why people are scared now.
It's a very interesting fact that you shared here, that the flu kind of has an incubation period of few days as compared to what the COVID virus has. And during this time, during this incubation period, it seems that from what we've been reading and what we've been told and everything is that during this incubation period, people are carriers of this virus, and the chances of transmission during this time is more prevalent.
For flu, it is the transmission is more. It can happen 2-3 days even before you get the symptoms. For COVID-19, the transmission is more during when you have the symptoms. Before, it can happen 24 hours before, but very rare. But what we have seen is that the transmission is during when you get the symptoms. That is between the 5 to 14 days.
Okay, so those symptoms are, is that an incubation period, or there could be an incubation period before that?
The incubation period is more for COVID. It is almost 5 to 14 days.
Got it. And how does it spread? I mean, what are some of the? I mean, we know that it's spreading through being around people on these viruses kind of stay on top of objects in case if you touch and so on and so forth.
Right.
Could you throw some light on that?
The spreading is through respiratory droplets. When you are near a sick person, when the droplets will come out, when you are coughing, sneezing, you have a runny nose, there are millions and millions of viral particles that will be in the air around them. So, when you are close to this person, these droplets can go into your nose, your mouth, your eyes, or you are touching the body, or shaking hands, and then touching your face. These droplets can go into your system, and those viral particles can multiply into millions. But they can also stay in the air close to you, not too much. It is not airborne as they say, but it cannot fly through the air or go for long distances. But it can stay in the air for like about 3-4 hours, and then it will drop into particles, like anything around it, like metal, plastic, cardboards, everything, and they can stay for days. Right. That is because it is new, we don't know much, but what is that they are saying is they can stay for like 5 to 9 days on surfaces.